Okay, Harry. Drone strikes are occurring at a rate of once every 4 days in Pakistan. Our most cowardly method of warfare yet. Drones are operated at game-like consoles from U.S. bases 7,000 miles away from human targets. In Pakistan alone, over 775 civilians were killed, called collateral deaths, between 2004 and 2011, including 168 children. Our Air Force men who remote control these missions are having a serious backlash of emotional and psychological problems. John Brennan, Assistant to the President for Homeland Security and Counterterrorism, lies when he says that our drones attack with, quote, surgical precision. Obama is on the slippery slope of bringing war to areas without even officially calling it war. And there is no end in sight to drone use. I, for one, cannot stand idly by, and I am calling Obama a murderer. He and any future presidents must be stopped from this unconscionable use of force. What is your stance on drones, Harry?
I completely agree with what you just said, Judy. It should be highly illegal. In the whole Afghan war should be illegal. What are we over there? I can tell you why we're over there. We're over there because they have $1 trillion worth of minerals, and our corporations want to get access to them. That's why we're over there. And if they didn't have that material, we wouldn't be there. I mean, we're not in Haiti, obviously, because they don't have anything that we want. This all gets back to what I mentioned earlier. Our wars are about money for corporations. It's not defending our country. It's putting billions and trillions of dollars in the hands of private corporations who are stealing these resources from these foreign countries and leaving most of the people in destitute poverty, like we've done the Arabs for the last 50 years. This is a tragic flaw of our foreign policy, but it's run by lobbyists who represent these corporations, and we have over 35,000 registered lobbyists in Washington, D.C., which is why the members of Congress don't even have time for normal citizens. They're too busy taking money from all these moneyed interests. And until we change that system to a real democracy, we're never going to stop this madness that's going on, that's bankrupting our country and mass murdering untold millions of people.
Okay, James, the drones?
Well, the drones, excuse me, they're just trying to make combat less sensitive. We've reached this place. It's like I say, life is mimicking the movies. It's like Star Wars. It's like Avatar. We're trying to make our men not feel guilty for killing people. And we've made it very insensitive, but you're still impacted by the whole thing. I don't care if you're in a center or an underground bunker complex running all these things. You do know, the person knows that they're killing people. It's sick. And that's why I said this is a sick world, it's sick people, because it's very complex to get out of it. It's very much like the Braveheart movie, and we have an English king that runs the world, and he will under-compromise everybody in any way possible to keep his empire going. And it's a very complex, difficult thing to change all this. For us to change it, we would probably have to arrest at least half the Senate and the State Department, the Pentagon, and clean the whole thing up, because this is how far it's going to get worse, is what I want to say, Judy, and everybody in the world. It is not going to get better, because these people are everywhere. They could have me terminated in one moment if they wanted to, or anybody.
Yeah.
They know everything and they control everything, except our mind and our heart and our soul.
That's why we're here.
That's
Okay,
right.
Andre, go ahead. Drones?
I 100% disagree with drone strikes. There's an issue here, and the issue is wars are used as strategic measures against different countries. These strategic measures are now being implemented by the international community against one country or another, where the international community should have no right to say what that country is doing, can do, or should do in the future. These countries are not part of the UN, nor do they desire to be. I don't think the U.S. should be a member of the UN anymore. However, this being said, we're looking at drone strikes being utilized to dampen the blow on Americans when they see our young men and women losing their lives in these combat zones where we have no business being at all. And then we have drones that are striking down innocent civilians, children. We just watched a few of them not long ago, and striking down innocent children, women, and children that had nothing to do with the war. They were civilians, and then they came back and said, "Well, we're sorry. We thought that they were housing insurgents." And that was not the case. And this is why it looks so ugly on the American soldiers that are there. This is why our American soldiers are getting attacked by the people that are supposed to be translating for them, being their guides in those countries, being our liaison, our police officers that we're training for those countries. They're turning on us. Why? Because they notice the same thing that everyone else notices. We are striking without regard for life. Now we're not using humans to do it anymore. We're using machines.
I know, it's horrible. Okay, so you guys, I just need to take a breather for a second. That's why we're doing this. Because we're trying to put the truth out there, right?
Absolutely.
Thank you.